But plenty of other women are making their mark. And first, only on CBS This Morning, we love when this happens, Fortune magazine is revealing this year's list of the most powerful women in business.
Sheryl Sandberg of Facebook comes in at number 5. Marilyn Houston of Lockheed Martin is at 4th. At number 3, Ellen Kullman of DuPont. Dara Nui of PepsiCo is number 2. And the most powerful woman for the second year in a row is Ginny Rometty, the CEO of IBM. The most powerful woman is the cover story of the new issue of Fortune. Patty Sellers is the magazine's senior editor-at-large. Patty, welcome.
Thank you, Nora.
So Ginny Rometty,
Rometty.
It's tough to pronounce.
It is tough to pronounce.
The CEO of IBM 2 years in a row.
She is. And you know, we have 5 tech women in the top 10 now, and tech is actually the biggest category for these 50 most powerful women, which is really surprising. When we started this list in 1998, it was mainly media women, consumer products women, and everybody thinks that women are not going into technology, but the tech world in Silicon Valley happen to be a very level playing field where you tend to get judged by your performance and not so much by your appearance or by your behavior.
When you look at the top 10, do they take traditional routes to get to the top? Anything stand out to you?
The really interesting thing about these women leaders, which we've been following for 15 years now, is that they tend not to think about their careers as ladders. They take a lot of lateral moves. They enhance their resumes by broadening their experience base, because women have to operate a little bit differently to get ahead. You know, men tend to think of their careers as ladders, you know? And Sheryl Sandberg, in fact, talks about this in her book, and she credits me very kindly, but she actually has a chapter called The Jungle Gym. And it really, that strategy, that career strategy tends to pay off for women in particular.
I want to talk about someone new who's in the top 5, and that's Marilyn Houston, who's the head of Lockheed Martin, the biggest defense company in the world. Now, of the 6 defense companies, 3 of them are headed by women. What's unique about Marilyn Houston?
Well, you know, interestingly, she was not supposed to be the CEO. She was second in line to get the position, and the guy who was first in line had to resign suddenly over an impropriety involving another woman at the company. So she got the job. And it is just amazing today that, think about this, the biggest defense company in the world is headed by a woman. The 2 biggest tech companies in America are headed by women. The biggest U.S. and Ginny Rometty. Right, and then there's Marissa Mayer heading Yahoo. The biggest U.S. electric utility, Duke Energy, is headed by a woman.
And what's you're making there?
You know what would be great is bring them together and just say, let's talk about leadership and let's talk about what it means, you know, and have a real understanding.
You know what, Charlie? We're doing that next week.
Oh, great.
Nora's going to be there.
Oh, very good.
We have Nora on our program interviewing Marilyn Houston, in fact.
Oh, man, that's great.
Yeah,
Patty's been doing this for a long time as part of the most
Is
powerful
Warren Buffett going to be there?
Warren will be there the entire time. You came that one year. That was 2008. That was when the world was falling apart. Here we are 5 years later, and the government
So
shut down.
talk about empowered and what you mean by power.
Right. Well, power, we evaluate power as, for the purposes of this list, is the size and importance of the woman's business in the global economy, the health and direction of the business, the arc of the woman's career, and social and cultural influence. So Sheryl Sandberg, for example, she moved up to number 5 this year because there's never been anyone quite like Sheryl. Billionaire, best-selling author, has sold over 1 million copies of her book, Lean In, that came out in March.
I always like people's backstories, like Ursula Burns started as an intern. Shout out to all the interns in the world. She started as an intern, and now she is the head of Xerox.
Yeah.
Anybody else have great backstories like that?
You know, Walmart has had several women on the most powerful women list. 2 women, Giselle Ruiz and Roz Brewer, are on our list. Both Walmart executives. These Walmart executives have tended to start out like in the stores.
How many African American women on the list?
Roz Brewer, Ursula Burns,
from Walmart.
Shonda Rhimes. Yeah, quite a few. Yeah.
Thank you, Patty.
Thank you so much.
Nobody